Do you feel like practice is always a battle of wills? Are you always trying to find the perfect game to make the perfect solution? Let's talk today about how to do that and what motivates your child. I'm Jody St. Clair, and this is Adventures in Suzuki Parenting. Welcome, and if you are new to this channel, please consider hitting subscribe or like if you're finding that this information is really useful. It really helps me a lot, and it lets me know what content to continue to make. Today we're going to be talking about finding what exactly motivates your child so that you can find the games that are really going to work well for you in your practice. I love games in practice. It's part of the reason that I created this channel. I really enjoy finding different ways to be playful in practice and playful with my students, my own kids. But I think it's really easy to get into the mindset that if I just find the perfect game, if I just find the perfect way, our practice is going to be so much easier. And I'm going to push you to think about the games that we play in practice and lessons a little bit differently. I want you to come to this with the lens of connection, because really what we're doing with our children, the most important thing is that we are connecting with them through music, through practice. So instead of thinking, I'm going to find the perfect game to make my practice easier, I want you to think about what kind of game is going to give me a deeper connection with my child. Often this is something that's going to be very motivating and enjoyable for them, which is kind of what we think of anyway, but coming to it from a sense of connection means that you're both involved in it instead of it just being about what the child likes. Mostly we're going to talk about early childhood and those early stages because it tends to be when games matter the most. But you can kind of apply these principles to any age. If you have a child that's late elementary, they're starting to get more focused on their peers and what their peers are doing. So ensembles and being part of a group, being part of something larger than just themselves becomes more important. And then that kind of just continues up through their teenage years. And when they get to be older, just finding ways to create a fun challenge can be really motivating. It doesn't have to be a game or feel like it has to be so fun necessarily, like at that point, like they get fun and enjoyment just out of a challenge. So we're going to really focus on early childhood and just kind of figuring out ways, because that tends to be where we do more games in our practice. So as you're thinking about your child, I want you to kind of think about, what does your child really love to do? What is it that they just get up and it just really is enjoyable to them? For some kids, it could be something like rolling the dice, because that gives that element of fun. It also gives a neutral voice. It's not you telling them how many times. It's not the teacher. It's just the dice. So that can be really motivating. It could be dressing up. Does your child love dress up? Can you find a way to integrate that into your practice? We had a great suggestion on the Facebook page that was from a parent, and they were talking about their child loved to dress up and do their review songs. So it was kind of like this little mini concert. What a great way to incorporate something that they love to do. It could be something like train tracks. Every time you accomplish something, you build another piece of a train track. That building and having that visual of of what you're accomplishing. So just think about what your child loves to do, and I would love to hear what it is in the comments. Is there something that really, if you said, today we're going to do this, they would just be super excited about it. And how could you incorporate that into your practice? And if you're feeling a little lost and you say, well, my child loves this, you can tell me and maybe I'll have a suggestion for you in the comments. Because we're coming at it from this lens of connection, we're thinking about how we can connect, then it becomes something that you're doing together. And in early childhood, your child's main motivation is you, the parent. You are the topmost importance. So bringing it when you are doing something together, that is going to make all the difference in the world. I hope this really helps you think about not just what game is going to work the best, but really how to incorporate it with you both together, and maybe thinking of some of your own games. If you come up with anything, I love to feature parent tips and games on our Facebook page. And if you would like to share any of them with me, I would really appreciate it. Many of my best tips have come from parents, because you guys are the ones that are really doing the hard, everyday work. So you guys have some of the best ideas, and I love hearing what they are. If you're looking for more game ideas, keep an eye on this channel. Make sure that you subscribe, because there will be game ideas and different things about practice every week on this channel. And I really appreciate every like and a subscribe that I get. I look forward to seeing you next week, and happy practicing.